God is the one who has been my greatest companion throughout everything that I've been through. More so in later years than in younger years, because it's taken me time to develop that connection, that relationship with the Most High. When I was going through my darkest moments and there was no one else around for me to talk to, when I felt completely alone and isolated for days, weeks, years on end, when I would literally fall to my knees crying, begging for some sort of change to happen, it was always the Most High who was there for me. I used to imagine when I was living in the last place I was living in that the Most High was sitting right next to me. I had this chair positioned real close to my bed, and I used to imagine that the Most High was there, and I would talk to the Most High like they were there. When I was a Christian, the one thing that kind of stood out to me was the way Christians pray to God. And I don't try not to call him God, by the way. This is a side note, because it's kind of insulting to the Most High. Because calling the Most High God is like God calling you human versus your name, which you identify by. The Most High has a name, but you could also refer to the Most High as Father, Mother, whatever resonates with you. Really, when it boils right down to it, the aspect of the Most High you're going to encounter the most would probably be the divine feminine aspect. That is the creative, nurturing aspect of the Most High. Whereas like the masculine is like the protective side, for example. But whatever works for you. Allah works. The name that was given to me by him as what actually he said to Moses on the Mount was not Yahweh, not I am who I am, but simply I am, which was literally said as Io. And that's not the first time. I'd heard about it from the person that woke me up, but that wasn't the first time I'd heard that. I don't remember where else I'd heard that in my life. But I did confirm it with the Most High, and that is indeed what was said to Moses. I am, plain and simple. Two most powerful words in our vocabulary. I am. But yeah, just whatever resonates with you, really. But back to when I was a Christian, when they would pray, they'd pray with their hands together in that steeple formation. And they would pray to God like they were sending off a message to a long-distance source. And that always kind of struck me as odd because, well, the Most High he's inside of us, first of all. You don't get any closer than that. But he's also all around us. She, whatever. When you pray like I've seen Christians pray, it's a very impersonal way of praying. You're praying like the Most High is not right there next to you. And the way they pray is very impersonal. Talk to the Most High like I'm talking to you right now. Be forthright, be candid, be blunt. If you're going to swear, swear. Believe it or not, that doesn't offend the Most High. The Most High has this image, this false image that has been portrayed by religion of being so pure. And don't get me wrong, the Most High is pure, is the definition of purity. But the way we look at purity is wrong. We look at that purity as being so crystal clean that even a single swear word in front of the Most High is going to send you to hell or something. And that's not the case. The Most High has a very colorful personality. And divine beings use foul language. It's how they use it, really. Everything boils down to how you use things. What is your intent? That is where evil comes from, is intent. You can use foul language with the intent, or with an intent that is not of the darkness. Like when you smash your hammer with a thumb and you shout out an obscenity, that's not going to get you in trouble with the Most High. There's no darkness in that. That's just you reacting in pain. It's natural. And some people express themselves with expletives, but they do it in a way that is not of the darkness. Maybe it's shadow, yes, but shadow is the gray area between light and darkness. It's not darkness itself. When you pray to the Most High also, or when you talk to the Most High, don't talk to the Most High in past tense. When you get your thanks for things that have done out of the way once and for all, don't go back to Him. Thank Him for things He hasn't done yet, like it's already happened. Thank Him for things that are currently happening. But don't pray in a past tense. And don't worship. The Most High doesn't want you to worship. The Most High wants you to love. The Most High is a God of love. Worship comes from the darkness. The darkness wants to be worshipped. That's what the devil wants. Not the Most High. Just like when you come to the Most High, if you're going to do it submissively, just have it be completely from the heart. Like I have fallen down on my knees and prayed and cried, just because I was so overwhelmed with sheer gratitude that that's just what happened. But the thing is the Most High doesn't want you to come to Him from a position of weakness. You know, you've heard that saying, the meek shall inherit the earth. Yes, the meek, not the weak. You can be meek and still strong. Father doesn't want us to be beggars. Father wants us to claim what is rightfully ours. And what is rightfully ours? Love. Love of self. Love of the Most High. Father, Mother, wherever you want to look at, Most High, has been the greatest companion I could have ever asked for. In those dark moments, it was that motherly aspect that nurtured me through, that held me, I guess you could say. I had friends, so to speak, but those friends, you know, I never felt better after talking to those friends. They always had a way of making me somehow feel drained. Family, same way. But not so with the Most High. I'm not saying that every single conversation I had, I walked away feeling elated, but I never felt drained. I always felt like every conversation that I had with the Most High was worth it. Even if I was completely in my ego and I wasn't seeing the exact value I was getting out of it at the time, I still knew that it was worth it. My praying started out initially like Christians praying here and there for really basic, superficial things, and it was not strengthening my relationship with the Most High. It wasn't until I was at my lowest points where I just didn't care anymore about how I came across anymore, and I just let my heart pour out as I felt it, that my relationship started to finally really grow and develop with the Most High. The pivotal moment for change for me in my communication with the Most High came when I said one simple thing to the Most High, very clearly. I said, Father, show me how to be the best me I can be. Because at the point where I'm at is live or die, and dying is not an option. Show me in a way I cannot confuse, misunderstand, or mistake. And I didn't say that just once. Because I realized, even at that stage, that you have to kind of prove yourself to the Most High. The Most High, when you really want something, wants to know you really well. He knows your heart, but he wants you to show that you really want something by asking for it again and again and again and not stopping until you get it. So I had to say that prayer more than once. And boy, let me tell you, when he answered that prayer, that saying comes to mind, be careful what you wish for. Oh, because it definitely, the darkness became much more dark before I really saw the light. But oh, was it worth it? That band Disturbed has that song, The Light. If you're not familiar with it, I recommend it, because that really defines what I'm talking about. So I encourage you, especially if you're new to the relationship with the Most High, to just cut out all the bullshit and just be you. Because the thing is you're talking to Source, to the Most High, and they know everything you're thinking and everything you're feeling. So there's no sense in holding back in any way. If you feel like cussing, you might as well cuss, because you're already doing it inside anyway. That authenticity is what the Most High appreciates. The effort. See, it takes time to really build up a relationship with the Most High, just as it takes time to build up any relationship here in the world. A relationship just doesn't start out fully formed. It takes time to develop the trust, to develop the strength of the relationship, to build up the camaraderie. It's no different with the Most High, on both ends. Most people don't realize that, and most people who are religious don't realize that their prayers, by and large, aren't even heard by the Most High. See, the Most High delegates responsibilities to his angels. Angels are the ones that initially answer the prayers. So, like Catholics, when they say their preformed repetitive prayers, those don't get to the Most High at all. Angels, most part, just discard those because they're not coming from the heart. I'm not saying none of them. There are people that just don't know any better who can say those from the heart, and they will get through. But by and large, no. In fact, if you're religious, your chances of creating that true relationship, getting to heaven, so to speak, are about the same as a regular person defeating a professional athlete in their chosen sport. Because religion puts so much in the way of that relationship. Rules, dogma, just ritual, ceremony, all these things are completely unnecessary. Worship, fear of God. God is not about fear. The Most High is not about fear, it's about love. Get rid of the rules, simplify your relationship. Go directly to Source. Quit worshiping the Bible. I'm not saying the Bible's wrong. I'm just saying quit worshiping it. I've seen too many so-called Christians who put more faith in Scripture than they do in prayer. And that's because of what they're taught by the man on the pulpit. Instead of listening to Source, instead of listening to the Most High, they're listening to what other men tell them. Because they're too lazy or too afraid or whatever to do it themselves, or they don't truly believe. For most people I've seen who are religious, it's more of a social club to them than anything else. I've received more judgment, more criticism, more harsh treatment from churches than anywhere else in my life. And I've been through a lot of churches in my travels. A lot of them. From every denomination. from Catholic to the Christian relationships, or religions, I mean, denominations. I have experienced harsh criticism and judgment by churches that have big signs outside saying, "We welcome new people." And then the new person walks in and they instantly find themselves judged by the inner circle of that church. I'm not here to cast hate on religion, but at the same time, the truth has to be told. If you want a true relationship with the Most High, I recommend you setting your religion aside. Not get rid of it. That's up for you to decide later, because there are some things about religion that aren't wrong. But that's up for you to figure out in your personal journey. Set it aside. Go to the source itself. Pray. If you truly have faith, then you'll have faith that the Most High will not let you down. That's what it's all about. Release the worldly things. Religion is of the world. Religion was created by man, not by God. Jesus never talked about churches. The apostles never talked about churches. Well, there are some books that mention churches, but like the Apostle Paul was never, or the book of Paul was never by the Apostle Paul. The original apostles didn't talk about churches. They didn't talk about religion. They didn't talk about any of the stuff that governs spirituality these days in the mainstream. I think I'm going to step down off of my soapbox now. Because really what this is all about, this message is all about, is embracing the Most High, being your authentic self, releasing anything that can get in the way of that relationship. If I'm triggering you, good. Because the only way we can really grow these days is to be triggered. So many people are afraid of being triggered, but being triggered, if you're in the process of healing, is a healthy thing. It may not feel good. Healing doesn't feel good. But if you play it safe all the time, you're never going to heal. So I have no shame in saying anything that's going to trigger you all. In fact, I embrace it. Not because I'm trying to be in your face and aggressive, but because I know from personal experience that triggering, the more I was triggered, the quicker I healed. That is if you choose to heal. Choose to be your greatest self. Choose to be your most authentic self. Choose to have that relationship. The Most High has turned my life around in a miraculous way. I can't even begin to describe it in a full video. There's just so much to it. It's a 50-year process. Anyway, I love you all. And I pray that you all have a blessed day.